We all have that one dream game where we feel if you take a certain thing from one game and morph it with another, it'll be perfect. Like if you took 2K gameplay and you morphed it with NBA Live's gameplay structure. Or if you took Cyberpunk 2077 and you merged it with the open world of GTA and the customization. For me, my dream game was an online survival game with an amazing open world and wonderful gameplay mechanics. So think The Last of Us 2, how beautiful that game is, how alive it feels, right? And imagine The Last of Us 2, but in the world of Red Dead Redemption 2. You telling me you wouldn't pay top dollar for that? Because I know damn well I would've. And that's what I thought was happening with the announcement of Tom Clancy's The Division. But sadly, like most Ubisoft games, it did nothing but disappoint. As always and forever, I am your host TTG, and this is The Division, the hype versus reality. Y'all remember The Division, right? Because I for sure do. But if you are saying, but Ty, I don't remember this game, or, but Ty, I never heard of this game. Well, count yourself lucky, because once you play this game, you become what you always try to avoid: depressed. I remember the game was like announced my freshman or sophomore year of high school. And high school was when I really started getting into games. Like I started learning more about the developers of the game, the parent companies, like how games are created, and just more to it, just started to learn more about the business of gaming. But that's after the release of this game. During the build up to this game, I was believing everything I was seeing, everything that they put out, everything I was told. The Division was developed by Massive Games and published by Ubisoft, the same Ubisoft who gave us this and this and this and this and this. You get my point. And do you want to know what all those games got in common? Take a guess. I'll wait. Don't be shy. There are no wrong answers. Just take a guess. Now, why the hell would you say it? Get your ass in the back of the class. What they have in common is that these games are only fun for like 5 minutes. They get so damn boring so quickly. But at the time of the hype for The Division, I was oblivious to Division being this way, because it seemed to have everything you would want in a survival game, taking place in a big noticeable world that people could recognize. Check. Online play with friends? Check. Beautiful graphics? Check. Solid gameplay? Check. Skill upgrades? Check. The gameplay that they showed just was breathtaking at the time. It was this big map that seemed detailed and it seemed full of loot. Like they showed that you could explore with your friends online and you could pick up essential stuff or what you thought would be essential, like clothes and water bottles and stuff. And I remember when I would never forget when they showed this gameplay trailer, they showed the character taking cover behind a car and the car door was slightly open and your character had this animation where they closed the door and people was losing their damn mind. Like, oh my gosh, because people felt like this game was really going into detail and making it realistic, this realistic open world survival game. And the characters you play as are a group of agents that pretty much hide amongst regular civilians until some catastrophic emergency, such as the world ending, and their job is to clean it up and restore it. And as more and more of this game started to be shown and started to be put out, everybody was just hype. I remember this hype. I was there. Like me and my best friend in high school, we would speak about this game after school or even during school sometimes, and we would just always talk about like, oh bro, this game gonna be this game gonna be that, and we was so damn ready, waiting for so long for this game. And I remember there was a YouTuber named Marco Style, and he covered everything Division related at the time. Like his vids got so much attention that the developers put one of his catchphrases inside of the gameplay that they showed off at like E3 or something. So it's safe to say everybody was excited when this game finally released. And during the honeymoon phase, it was fun. You enjoyed it. You get it through friends, y'all go ahead and explore the world. You're having fun playing it. There's like this story in the game, but it's like an online story you experience with each other. You fighting against all the bad guys, and they even had this thing called the Dark Zones, which is like a PvP area with it's like a high risk, high reward. Like if you die in there, it was a big risk, because it's better loot and stuff in there. That was pretty fun. I love that concept, and it just seemed enjoyable. And then you got over the honeymoon phase and realized this game is boring. It just got boring. I don't know. I'm sorry. And at the time, I didn't understand why. Why was it that it just got boring? Firstly, the game felt pretty big, which is what you would want in any open world game, but I feel like it felt so empty, and that's something you don't want. It's just no point in walking around this big open world with no much to do in it at all. And I think around this time, a lot of games started to try and copy like GTA open world, and no matter how much they tried, they couldn't get the job done. I remember developers coming out and showing the game and like they say, oh, open world, and it doesn't have nothing in this damn world, just this big ass place. It don't even seem like anything is going on in it. And that's what the problem was with The Division. It was just big and empty. paused. It just felt like there was no real reward walking around experimenting anything. Also, it's relying on multiplayer. With the game being based on multiplayer, it's something that only felt fun with friends. But once your friends are on, it just doesn't seem like any fun. You don't seem like you want to play. I already know what y'all saying. But Ty, you said you want a multiplayer survival game. Well, it's ways you can do it for it to still feel like, even when you don't have your friends, it's fun to play. And obviously you can play with randoms, but y'all know how randoms be. They don't talk, and if they do talk, it's too damn much, or they background loud. They really work as a team, and they just do whatever the hell like works for them, which is no damn fun. Also, I feel like this would go all under the same tree, but I think what was also the problem was the bugginess of the game. You know, the way the game just was, it just like, it was a lot of bugs in it, and the connection I felt was poor, and the graphics, you know, like I said before, graphics ain't everything, but damn, some games just they have this thing where they promote it to look so well and look so good, and when you get your hands on it, you expect it to look how they showed, but it doesn't. It'd be something completely different. So it's not that graphics are the most important thing in the world, but it's like getting catfish in a way. Imagine you was on Tinder, you see this person, they exactly the type of person you like, you look at all their pictures and everything, they look amazing. And then you see them in person and they the complete opposite of what they look like. That's how it feels. That's exactly how it feels, bro. You just get catfish. Like they show you all this stuff like it was so good, but then when in reality, when you get it, it was not nowhere near that. And companies love to do that, to really draw you in and make all these promises and make you pre-order the game, and they just pretty much lie to you. But when it come out and they built this hype up and they never match nothing that they show, it's always damn disappointing. But this game has so much potential. It really did, and the concept was amazing. I feel like, and even to this day, I feel like it's things that they could take it as a game and make something great, especially on current gen consoles. But sadly, with that being under Ubisoft, I don't think that day will ever come. And that's it for today's video. The Division was a game that made so much promises and had so much expectations, and in my opinion, it did not live up to the hype. It's still a solid game. It got a loyal fan base, and I think the Division 2 stepped it up in the right direction. But in my personal opinion, when I played it for like 5 minutes, I thought it was bad as the first damn game. But you know what game wasn't a letdown? This game right here. Click this video and learn more about it. And what was your experience with the Division video? Do you agree with what I'm saying, or do you feel like I'm tripping? Because honestly, if you don't agree with me, I feel like you tripping. But hey, that's why we have opinions, ladies and gentlemen. It's been the boy Ty Talks Gaming, and I will see you all when the sun sets. Peace and love to you all.